All right, so the thing I created today is a YouTube to short form content generator. So this automation, what it does is it turns in one YouTube URL into multiple pieces of tailored content within a couple of minutes. With that tailored content, it gives credit to the YouTuber. It talks about it, how it's not original content and all that other stuff, but it really does a lot of things really easily. And if you are a YouTube content creator, you can use this for your own content. So it transforms your content into short form content. So what I'll pretty much be talking about is a quick demo. I'll do that. I'll do a live demo on it. I'll walk you through the automation. We'll be using make.com, Airtable. The main thing that we'll be using that allowed me to do this was Dumpling AI, ChatGPT, Google Docs, and this workflow here, as you can see here. Dumpling AI is the make module that helped me get the YouTube transcript, scrape the URL to get all the information that I needed to make this automation possible. So Dumpling AI was something that helped me a lot with this entire process, mostly because I don't know how to code. So this process made all of that so much easier for me. So I'll run through the demo, but I'm just going to break down what this does as far as the tools. So make.com is the platform that I use for the automation. It's pretty much the glue that holds the entire automation and orchestrates the flow of it. Airtable, which is this function here and this function here, is really just the database of where all the information is going to be stored. So it's where you put your YouTube URL, it's where Make pulls all that information from, and that's where Make automates and updates that same area. And we'll go through that process as we go through it. As you can see here, there's a lot of posts here. This is through the testing phase for me. As you can see, some of these columns here, it is content creator, video category, subcategory. All of that stuff actually helps the automations and the prompts, the ChatGPT prompts and assistants that I have in place to customize the content a little bit more. And some of the content that we'll be making today is a blog post, a school post for the Voice AI Accelerator, which is a school community I'm part of. It's more for other people who make voice AI and make automations. So that conversation, that post is going to have to be a lot more peer-to-peer and conversational, focusing on different things. And then there's another school post for the School of Mentors. That community is a little bit different. It's entrepreneurs and small business owners. So the content that's going to be there is a little bit more informational, a little bit more broad, general, matter of fact. So the structure and the content of that is going to be a little bit different than the general LinkedIn post here, which is just LinkedIn posts. It's going to be a lot more broad. Content there is going to be very general in a sense. It's going to be mostly focused on AI integrations and just information to share with the people that I'm connected with on LinkedIn. So that's the overview of the Airtable. Dumpling AI here will scrape the URL to get some information from there that I need, and it'll get the YouTube transcript, which was how this entire thing works. ChatGPT will be using just custom GPTs in the OpenAI playground. So I have different prompts here specifically for these different posts, and these here are structured different. So the prompts in here are specific towards that type of content and that structure. So I made a personal ChatGPT assistant for each type of content because everyone is a little bit different. Then in Google Docs, all that is for is when the transcript goes in, it goes into Google Docs because the transcript can be a lot of data and a lot of content. So rather than putting it into the Airtable and bogging down the Airtable and hitting the maximum character limit, we put in the Google Docs and we reference the Google Docs, so it's just easier to save. Then it goes through the Airtable, updates the Airtable, goes through the ChatGPT process, and then updates the Airtable again. And we'll go through that whole process later when we do the demo. But yeah, so that's pretty much the overview of this entire process. Let's get going on with a live example. So what I have here is some of the YouTube videos and YouTube content creators that I watch a lot. So there's Ali Abdal, he does a lot of productivity stuff. There is Liam Otley, who does a lot of AI automation stuff. And Alex Ramosi, just general. Everyone loves Alex. But so this is an Ali Abdal video that I have here. It's 6 habits to make 2025 your best year yet. I actually love this video. And so what we do here is we take this URL, we post it into a new record, and you put it into the YouTube URL link column here. And then from there, right now this automation is not live. So if it was live, I would set up this timer so it can run at regular intervals, and I can schedule, and I can set it for 8 a.m. I can set it for 6 a.m. I can set it for multiple times a day, just whatever it is. So right now, what I would do is I just hit run once. And once it runs once, it starts going through this process. It starts to scrape the URL to get information such as content creator, keyword data, and some of the metadata from there. And that's how it categorizes what type of video it is. Then after that, it goes into the YouTube transcript getter. And from there, it goes into ChatGPT. As you can see through this process, it's going and it's scrubbing all that information, putting it into structured data so we can start getting information and making our post. So it's starting to do the LinkedIn post here, and the updates should be going here. So as you can see, this is one of the videos, this is the title, this is the content creator, what type of video it is, the subcategory of it, and as you can see here, it's making content as we speak. There is the school post for the school mentors. There was the LinkedIn post. Then right up in here, you'll see something populate as far as there you go. There is the VAA post. And then this will be the blog post next. And then after the blog post gets made, the status changes here, which is not here. It changes a little bit further down, but we'll wait for this blog post to populate. And then after that, it'll change the status from here to short form content needs approval. So as you can see here, this is the information that we got. How to start your first business, insights from Alex Ramosi. That gives you a meta description, introduction, table of contents, pretty much all that information that we got from the transcript on that video. And then you can see here, this is the VAA post. The structure is going to be very similar to the School of Mentors post, but I'll run both posts through a ChatGPT comparison, and then you can see the differences based off of what I have there. This is the LinkedIn post here, but I'm going to pause this for a little bit. I'm going to set a timer to show you how much time has passed since we finished this automation. So I'll be right back. So just checking back in really quickly. As you can see, we've gone through 3 of them so far. And as you can see here, there has been 3 done and there's 3 left. And we're at a minute 30. And then we'll check in when we're done. Okay, so it's done. It's about 6:50. So let's just call it 8 minutes based off of what I did in the beginning, as I talked about it as it went on. But in 8 minutes, we have worked these last 5 URLs. So from here, 32 to 28 is all the stuff that we created. One of these is actually a duplicate. The reason why is just to show you a little bit about how it makes content a little bit different, even though it's the exact same video. So as you can see here, so you look through it, quick value share, AI generalist and their dominance in 2025. The exact same video gets you quick value share, becoming an AI generalist breakthrough. So there's a little bit of nuance. The reason why is I set the temperature a little bit lower, pretty much just to let it be a little bit more creative based with its parameter that I gave it. But let's finish with the Ali Abdal video. I don't want to waste any more of your guys' time. This is the last one we made, 6 habits to make 2025 your best year yet. So let's take a look at this. So this is the blog post here. 6 key productivity habits for your best year ever based on insights from Ali Abdaal. A meta description here. Then introduction, today's fast-paced world, tables of contents, quarterly quest, weekly review, morning manifesto, focus log, measuring your progress, standing order of social events, nurture relationships, multimodality, multitasking. So this is all the stuff that he talks about in that post. As you can see here, it goes through it a little bit more in detail, but this is the blog post. It generates an FAQ section, and it has a conclusion, source credit, Ali Abdaal, 6 productivity habits for your best year ever YouTube video. So this is the blog post. This is the school post for VAA, which is more tailored to voice AI automation. So it's more of a peer group versus a more general. It's a very specific term. So let's copy and paste this. So, and then we'll go to ChatGPT. And then we'll say what these two posts. What is the difference between these two posts? And I'll post that one. And then I will go into the next one, which is another school community, which is mostly based for entrepreneurs and small business owners. And that is a little bit more general, not very specific. Definitely, it's peers in a sense, but not necessarily in the same level that the VAA community is, that we don't necessarily all do the same thing. So this is what it shows, that the posts, even though it looked very similar, it is still very different. So, but there's differences in tone, audience engagement, and how the key points are presented. Here's a breakdown of the main differences. Post 1, more enthusiastic, collaborative tone. It's an engaging community focus based on personal development through the lens of AI or technology. Post 2 takes more of an instructional, straightforward approach using phrases like coming at you with something valuable, let's learn together. Feels geared towards a more professional mentor or coaching community. So pretty much what that's saying is that in the school of mentor, with my content, what it would be is it would position myself a little bit differently than how I would position and what I would like to share with that group versus another group. So all it is really saying is that different platforms call for different content, and this just shows the capability of that. Then it even takes different aspects from the video and focuses on different aspects based off of the context I gave it. So post 1, which was the VAA community, it emphasizes on the weekly review, and then post 2 focuses on the quarterly quest for goal setting and all of that stuff. So like in the peer-to-peer, we can talk about our day-to-day activities because we're all on the same level. But with the school of mentors, it's more of a quarterly quest. I don't necessarily engage with these people as much on a personal basis, so it's a more broader sense of that. Not necessarily less personal, but less day-to-day conversations, less similarity in our days to day. Examples and practicality, as you can see here, just focus on different stuff. A little detail, a little bit more in-depth explanation, general concepts, just because one group, we're all doing the same thing in a sense, relatively the same thing. The second post is a much broader, wider spectrum of people who are going to be seeing that content. Engagement style, open-ended, more communication. Post 2 for shared experiences. I want to learn more about them. And then in summary, post 1 is more community-driven, action-oriented, and reflective. Post 2 is direct, to the point, instructional, with a focus on practical application. So as you can see, even though these content is very similar, it's coming exactly from the same source, it is tailored completely differently as far as tone and actions and call to actions and all those other things. So you can personalize this highly. But yeah, that's it. So this is an AI automation that I made personally. It could not be possible without Dumpling AI. That was the thing that I found that really, I've always wanted to do this for a little while, but that's what made it happen, and it was so easy, and it just worked. So thanks for watching. I appreciate it. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments. I'll put the template to this make automation down in the description and in below. And for free so you can implement it and put it into your make automation and give it a shot. Try mess around with a little bit of the prompts, see if you can get your tone right. If you would like to make something like this or have something that's implemented into your business, I can either help you with it gladly or I can do it for you. And if you just want to talk about nerdy stuff and talk about automations, I always am so excited to talk about that kind of stuff. But yeah, so if anything, just let me know if you have any questions, and I would gladly like to communicate and talk in the comments. I'll see you guys later. Have a nice night or day or wherever you guys are at. See ya.